Hello, my name is Molly Johnson. As a parent of Royal St. George's College, I often thought how privileged, how lucky my boys were to be able to attend and reap the benefits, the rewards of this great school. I wish that for every boy. My very good friend, also a parent at St. George's, Wanda Ho, agreed, and we were off with the support of the Guild and the school administration, the students, the faculty, also parents and the Guild. In 2009, we had our very first Hidden Gems. As a group, we've raised over $160,000 for the Georgian Arts Scholarship. This fund allows RSGC to offer artistically talented and deserving boys the fantastic Georgian educational experience. The success of this beloved Georgian event in its collaboration with the parents, students, and the incredible support of the Georgian faculty and administrative staff. This has made this a full-on school endeavor, and it really shows. Our collective dream is now a reality, and it supports the boys that come forward with their hidden, but not so hidden gems. We support with faculty and parents with arts backgrounds. We workshop with these kids, getting their performances just polished up and giving them some real life experience along the way. We've uncovered some outstanding performances over the years. A student that comes to mind immediately is Joey Lisser, who is not only a very fine musician, but has shown great leadership in putting together teams of boys for production, sound, lights, and stage management. Again, a real life experience in putting this show together. Thank you, Joey. A special shout out to the teachers who braved with their bands Grade 13 and the Rusty Knights, a heady mix of teachers, students, and parents. To the parents who performed with their children, to Emily Johnson, who is keeping Hidden Gems alive during the pandemic, keeping music alive during the pandemic. Thank you, Emily. To music teachers, Mr. Jameson and Mr. Wade West, you certainly don't get any better than them. And of course, to Headmaster Stephen Beatty, who actually never says no to me, at least not to me. Never. So take care, enjoy the show. Please be generous with your donation to this truly wonderful school event. RSGC has proven that we can deliver world-class artists. Thank you. Enjoy the show. Bye.
Hidden Gems 2021 Virtual Edition. I'm your host, Max Balser. Thank you to Mr. Martin and the Senior School Jazz Band Gankbusters for starting off the show with Swing Machine by Larry Neek. Next up, we will hear Luke Tressel in Grade 5 play The Entertainer by Scott Joplin, followed by Xavier D'Souza, Grade 9, playing a duet with his brother Sebastian. Thank you to Arjun Decca and Eric Yao, grade 10, for that arrangement of Stand By Me. Next up, get ready to laugh with a comedy routine by grade 10 student Simon Cox. Following Simon, you will hear grade 11 Kean Bryson perform the first movement of the Tansman Sonotune for bassoon.
Hey everyone. So usually I'd say something like, it's an honor to be here. Problem is, it's not. Being back at the old Royal College, well, full-time, would be great right now. Even the name, Royal St. George's College, just sounds appealing. But I always thought it was a bit of a grand name for a school that still only serves chocolate milk once a week. Like, how does something even become royal? Okay, so before this act, I've actually searched it up, and the requirements are pretty vague, but the basic idea is that the Queen visits the place in question. And already there's opportunities for loopholes. I mean, I'm sure the Queen has at least once in her life stopped off at a gas station to go to the bathroom. Well, maybe the Queen herself wouldn't stop off at the gas station, maybe more like a driver. And let me just say, the driver for the Queen, that sounds like the most overqualified job ever. Sounds crazy. Like, I'm learning to drive soon. I'm turning 16, and I still thought, until a few days ago, that the P with a line through it on a sign meant go pee on someone else's property. To be fair, Toronto is a pretty busy city. Maybe I'd be better off learning to drive in a more chill environment. Like if, in some rural parts of northern Ontario, they just carve little grooves in the side of the road. So if you start to veer off the road, you just hear a little rumbling in your car. That's like as chill as it gets. Then there's just like downtown Toronto where they have concrete blocks in the middle of the road. You do not want to make the mistake of driving into those. And Arizona being Arizona, you know what they have? Ever heard of the Grand Canyon? Like those sickos. The Grand Canyon, that's a great sight though. Though chances are if you want to get there, you're probably going to have to do a bit of a road trip. And road trips, I don't get it. Like, I don't get why parents love road trips so much. It goes against their whole mentality. Like, alright kids, let's sit in this car for hours, sitting still and watching a movie on this little screen. Oh, and don't worry, I brought packaged foods. But no, my least favorite part of the road trip is definitely the border crossing, if there is one. Like, did you know that those guards at the border crossing are actually trained to be unfriendly and unapproachable? I mean, what am I still doing in school? Anyway, thank you everyone. I should probably get back to cleaning up my room. See ya.
Nunca vi algo tan bonito. El sol calienta la tierra con cariño. La vida enamora con su latido. Me uno con el mundo y vivo con el corazón. Me dejo llevar del perfume de las flores y lo bellas que son. Yo nunca vi algo tan brillante. El sol despierta el alma del aire y el árbol se viste de gala con verde. Me uno con el mundo y vivo con el corazón. Me dejo llevar del perfume de las flores y lo bellas que son. Y el mundo se acuerda del color que me encanta y vuelve la primavera otra vez. Yo quiero ver tu dulce sonrisa y poder sentirlo cuando tú respiras. No me alejaré de ti jamás. Me uno con el mundo y vivo con el corazón. Me dejo llevar del perfume de las flores y lo bellas que son. Me dejo llevar del perfume de las flores y lo bellas que son.
What a beautiful song. That was an original song in Spanish written by our own senior school Spanish teacher, Miss Grace Seeley. Miss Grace Seeley has been an instrumental part of bringing Hidden Gems to life since it began, and we cannot thank her enough for providing this opportunity for the RSGC community. Next up, we will have a comedy routine from Sebastian Isaac Gooden in grade 10. Following Sebastian, you will hear John Wagon, grade 6, sing and play Three Little Birds on the ukulele.
What's up, everyone? So I wanted to start by addressing a massive trend that's sweeping the nation and the world. Coronavirus is the thing to get right now. It's crazy. It is going, in a word, viral. Now that I have your attention with something topical, let's get weird. Okay, so why do people make a big deal out of cats hating water? They will get wet if they want to. I mean, it's the same thing with humans. You ever try dropping a water balloon on someone while they're chopping vegetables? Does not go well. But, and another thing. You know those gum commercials? You know, that they'll have someone doing something boring like homework, then someone will give them a stick of gum, and when they try it, they will suddenly see thousands of colors and rainbows everywhere. Yeah. All that. Have one last thing. Who was the guy that first got milk from cows? I mean, what was he doing? What led him to that moment? I just want to meet him, you know, I just want his name so I can talk to him and give him an award. I guess think about it, but without him, we wouldn't have pancakes or pastries or omelets. I mean, he's contributed so much, and, you know, it's just speaks to the human spirit that he was able to stand up in front of his friends without fear and tell them what he did and what he got. And that really is the true spirit of humanity, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening to me tonight. You have a fantastic night.
Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every
staring blankly ahead, just making my way through the crowd. And I need you, and I miss you, and now I wonder if I could fall into the sky. Do you think time would pass me by? 'Cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just see you tonight. It's always times like these when I think of you, and I wonder if you ever think of me. 'Cause everything's so wrong and I don't belong, living in your precious memory. 'Cause I need you, and I miss you, and now I wonder if I could fall into the sky. Do you think time would pass me by? Oh, you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just see you tonight. I don't wanna let you know I don't want a memory. I don't wanna let this go. I don't. Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces passing, I'm homebound. Staring blankly ahead, just making my way through the crowd. And I still need you, and I still miss you, and now I wonder if I could fall into the sky. Do you think time would pass us by? 'Cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just see you. Oh, if I could fall into the sky. Do you think time would pass us by? 'Cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just see you. If I could just hold you tonight.
That was one of our very own Hidden Gems producers, grade 11 Liam Casano on the piano with his aunt Antonella Vizzini singing 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton. And now, a word from our sponsors.
First, there was the iMac. Then, there was the iPhone. Then, the iPad. Then, the Apple Watch. And now, the iJuice.
Here at Apple, we thought, what do the customers want? And then we thought, well, that doesn't matter. This device is completely changed up. Headphone jack? None. Volume buttons? None. Charging ports? Actually, there are 5 of those now. We've got all kinds of colors, ranging from orange to diluted orange to concentrated orange. Worried about the production ethics? Don't be. The iJuice is made in an impoverished country, as always. We've still kept all the old iPhone security measures, including the fingerprint ID system.
Ugh.
Password denied.
Oh, come on!
And even improved our camera. And don't forget the accessories, such as the eye lemon, the eye straw, and the ice cubes. When we first presented the eye juice, some people said, "Why?"
Please enter your Apple ID and password in order to...
Thank you to grade 12 student Oscar Tiplady for putting together that intermission show of senior school artwork. We will now hear from grade 12 Joey Lisser, Hidden Gems producer, perform improvisation over a self-composed loop, followed by grade 7 Gabe Sorales performing an oboe solo of the Pink Panther, featuring some special guests.
I go to an all-boys school, and I go to an all-boys camp, so a transition happens usually twice a year. That flips my mindset, until 2020 happened. 2020 was just one flip that became a continuous blur. It was confusing because I'm used to turning into the half-barbarian mutant that everybody at summer camp is perceived as, and you're right, thinking that we are barbarian mutants. Although, I'm only half, less now that 2020 never fully ended. Every week at camp, we have a social event with the girls just to the north. And unfortunately, nobody in our section actually participates in these events. We get herded into a barn to dance. However, I'm fortunate enough to be a crafty nerd compared to my fellow barbarians, and I'm not alone. I always bring a pair of earplugs so I don't go deaf, and I always bring a deck of cards because I'm not the only crafty nerd who's able to escape the barn. Also, I always wear all black so that I'm able to enjoy myself coming back from the barn in the pitch black night. I've heard that I'm missing a lot of good stuff that happens in the barn, though. For instance, last summer that I was there, a kid climbed into the rafters. I heard that it ended a lot better for him than it did for the counselors. Like I said earlier, I'm a nerd among the barbarians. It doesn't mix well if you haven't already figured that out. I have two friends who came up from France, and everybody knew they did. So when I spoke to one of them to clarify what somebody else was saying, you could actually see their facial expression saying, "Is that someone who's actually productive in their off-season?" Well, sorry, Dave. Not really. If I was, I'd probably have a silver record by now. There was this one point, it's inevitable at camp, where everybody was getting sick. And only I and one other knew what was causing it. Somebody in our cabin was coughing without covering their mouth and seemed a lot more tired than usual, as well as doing activities all over camp. It's ironic what's happening now these days. So Jack and I asked Derek to go up to see the nurse. For days he avoided the nurse, and I can prove it because he said that she took his temperature, and it was at 89 degrees Fahrenheit, which in our world is 27 degrees Celsius. We are currently questioning his existence. In both camps, there are outlandish conspiracy theories as to whether Canada actually exists, which isn't a problem. Trump used to be the president. Just to name a few, to them we are primates. We don't have cars, instead we ride moose to school and work, or else we just don't exist and the world's just suffering from a massive oil crisis. Ridiculous. Anyway, I have to move my moose before the Bible comes around. Bye!
Thank you to Alex Sondheimer from grade 9 for your comedy routine, and thank you to senior school teacher Miss Mladen for coaching our comedians to prepare their virtual performances. Next up, we will hear grade 4 student Arnold Stroganoff and his younger brother Edward each play a piece on the piano.
make me feel like I am home again. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am whole again. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am young again. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am fun again. However far away, I will always love you. However long I stay, I will always love you. Whatever words I say, I will always love you. I will always love you. Whenever I'm alone with you make me feel like I am free again. Whenever I'm alone with you make me feel like I am clean again. However far away, I will always love you. However long I stay, I will always love you. Whatever words I say, I will always love you. I will always love you.
Thank you, alumni parent Robin Stoth and music teacher Miss Johnson, for their rendition of The Cure's Love Song. Next up, grade 9 student Daniel Casano will play Felix Mendelssohn's Song Without Words on the piano. That was grade 12 Hidden Gems veterans Max Valahora and Jacob Buchan performing what they call Take 10. Thank you, Max and Jacob. Thank you so much for joining our virtual Hidden Gems this year. We'll hand it over to Mr. Wade West and our community concert band, the Rusty Knights, to close out the show.